All right, here we go.
Okay.
The JML asks, do you think TK goes for the hometown pop and puts the belt on Saraya in the four-way? I do not.
Given what Tony Khan has done over the past 4 years, I'm going to say no.
Velquez says, where are the big heads for the white championship match on this poster? So he has a poster that he sent me. I'm just going to hold it up. Hopefully you guys can see it.
Okay, move it to. Hold on. All right,
shit.
go ahead. All right, I see it.
So he said,
So
where
what
are the white
the big heads for the white championship match on this poster? So I see. Is that Shuri?
Julia?
I can't tell who. Julia. Who's next? You tell me who's on
it
there.
looks like Julia, Risa Serra, Suzu, Ano, Natsupoi, and I think Mio Momono, I think is her name.
Is it May Sierra?
May Sierra, my fault.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Right,
I'm
flip
kind
it
of
back this way.
confused by this one, Velkesh.
Flip it back so I can see it again. Yeah, but what's the date on that? What's the date on that
It
show?
says 9/3.
9/3 is like the show.
5-star special in Hiroshima.
Yeah,
Yep.
Hiroshima. Yeah, like that's not the Grand Prix final.
Yeah.
I think he's talking. Okay, I think what he means is like because so Konami's getting a title shot against Mirai, gets the next title shot against Mirai.
Okay.
So I think he's saying where the fuck is the white belt on the poster? Well, the better question is like I don't know what Tam's doing on that show, but like Tam's not on there either. So like, what are we supposed to do? Mayu's not on that poster either. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah.
Keem says, what's your favorite Grand Prix match so far, and who's the MVP? Also, is AEW dying this Sundays? This Sunday. I need to make arrangements.
No, this will not be the third wrestling death. To complete the 3.
Jesus Christ.
No. Now as far as the MVP for me so far, just based off outright match quality, I have to say Shuri. If I'd have to pull it up and look, but like I think Shuri's just like been killing it. Like I think every match has been 4-star. Well, except for the one Natsuko, but
Shuri's been great. Natsupoi is produced.
Natsupoi had a match with Natsuko's been great. You're right. Yeah, she'd be up there real high too.
Suzu Suzuki.
Yeah. But for me, it'd be Shuri. Like Shuri and Hazuki had the match that I've wanted them to have, and it's also a match where it's like they had the match I wanted them to have, and then it made me be like, damn, I really wish I could have got Kagetsu versus Shuri. I really fucking wish I could have got that match. Fuck. Yeah, but Shuri's match versus Suzu, I gave it 4 1/4. Her match with Natsuko, I gave that 3 3/4. Her match with Natsupoi, I gave that 4 1/4. And the match with Azuki, I gave 4 1/4. Like she's just unless you're in there with someone very limited, like she's just going to give you over 4. And Natsupoi's been great too. So, Natsupoi already has 9 points. By the way, she had to draw with Shuri. She beat Mayu. That match was great. She beat, or she got the 2 points for forfeiture from Kamatani. And she hasn't lost. So, yeah. Beat Kid in the opener and beat Suzu. And, every match she's had has been it's been 4, just 4s or 4 1/4. So,
I really liked Suzu and Shuri myself.
Yeah, that was a great opener. That was the best match on the opening night for me. But
and also
I think that'd be the best match, and I think the match that would be
Mina
next
and
after
Utami.
that. Sorry,
I like Mina and Utami also. And
Yeah,
oh,
the match
sure,
was great.
Ano's been great in this thing.
Yeah, Ano's been great. She's way up there. She's one of the better wrestlers in that block. Um, like her match with Utami, what was really good. Um, her match with Mariah was better than I thought it was going to be. Her match with Julia was great. Been one of the better matches of the tournament. Yeah, just solid. Uh, I don't like what they're doing with her as far as her wins and losses, whatever else. But whatever. She's having quality matches. Her match with Momo was also really, really, really fucking good. Um, so yeah, I think she's damn near already like she's already up against it as far as like being able to win or still be in contention. But like her match quality is up there.
So Black Saber Jr. says, as always, hope you guys are doing well. Thoughts on Jack Perry's heel turn so far? Two, outside of him doing a segment to announce the match, any opinions on the lack of Hangman during this elite Bullet Club Gold build? And if when Takeshita versus Omega happens, should Takeshita go over? I'll start with Jack. I think he's doing very well. I think he's sliding into something. He's tapping into something that people didn't know he could do.
Yeah.
I think the wrestling has kind of matched it. He's kind of gave Hook the best match he's ever had already. He pulled together a match for Rob Van Dam, like older age Rob Van Dam, and kind of
Yep.
looked awesome as a kind of a shitbag heel. We already know this guy is not to be fucked with on pay per view thus far. So like, I think he's doing awesome. I like the music. I think he needs to, just more time. Like obviously getting comfortable on the mic. I think and really having people fall into who he is now. Rather than like he's made like his next like try at something. So like, if people were still seeing him as what he was previously, it's gonna take a while, I think, for them. But if you like have looked at what he's done and just you lay it out on paper and it's like, yeah, this is how you want this to go. At least, you turn like a long time young babyface wrestler heel. It could be going a lot worse for him.
Yeah. Um, I would like to see where it is after this at an elevated level. Like, I would like to see him like possibly be somebody that can, as a heel, face Orange Cassidy for the international title. I would like to see maybe even, you know, let's say Darby wins. You do Darby versus Jungle Boy. You have Jungle Boy beat Darby. Darby, if he's ever TNT champion again, it needs to be a short reign, right? So quickly do that, and then like because he failed to win a singles title and it had to go all the way to an unsanctioned belt, like you have him finally get it, against a pillar member. So yeah, I'm and maybe you have Swerve cost him, I don't know, but cost Darby in that situation. But yeah, like I like the road he's on right now.
As far as the lack of Hangman, um, they seem to be very protective of him.
That's a
Um,
promotion, man. That's promotion. He you look at the history of promotion, and it's not always, but it's like it's rare that he is a person that is like, unless he's attached to Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks, it's rare that he's like at the forefront. He's always around cutting promos, being like the master of ceremonies. He's not that guy. That's not his character, nor is his character. So it's not the worst thing in the world. But it is odd that like somebody that's been that important to the history of the promotion over all this time, and with that storyline, can just be in and out so often.
Strange.
Like he just focused and then off focus. It's really weird.
Yeah, like he's never in a position where he's overexposed, um, or I guess on the bright side is he's leaving them one more right now. So, um, hopefully that changes because I'd like to see him more.
I would like to see him more given where we are in a situation with top baby faces in this company right now.
If when
It feels like he's kind of needed, you know.
yeah, if when Takesha and Omega happens, should Takesha go over? I don't know.
That's a good question. Because if
Look,
you beat him, then it's almost like Takesha's done. Also, on the flip side, if it were me running this promotion, given the year he's had, I would have had Kenny Omega I would have Kenny Omega be the challenger for MGF at Full Gear, but I don't think that's going to happen. So
yeah, you could do another heel finish with Takesha and Omega. I think it would just be more valuable to just put Takesha over, like if you're gonna do it, and have a plan to like if you have the long game with Takesha in mind, right? You want to make him the champion one day. He can win, and on the road to, you know, doing whatever, and then they can trade or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Not even any elaboration. I don't mind that at all. I just thought that maybe if you are, well, then again you can still do that. Like if you have Takeshita win the All Out match, if we assume that's All Out, you could have Kenny get a big win somewhere down the road at Grand Slam. start him on some push where he's away from the where Takeshita and Kenny Omega are both winning big matches in the fall. Kenny gets the match. Kenny wins. Kenny then goes Winter is Coming versus Takeshita because Takeshita beat him already, and they've both been winning ever since that match. You could absolutely do that.
J. Antonio Teodoro says AEW's biggest drawing performer has a highly anticipated match at All In and a championship many consider as highly or almost as highly as MJF's World Championship, but does not have a match for All Out. With that in mind, what's Orange Cassidy doing in Chicago?
He's in the match. Okay, so he's in the match versus Proud and Powerful in BCC, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's going to lose to anybody to set up him. Well, no, I take that back. Could they get away with Moxley beating Orange Cassidy to set up Orange Cassidy versus Moxley at All Out for the Intercontinental or international title? Could they do that?
They could.
Do you think? Do you think Moxley is too big to be chasing that, to be challenging for that title?
No, because I think he's kind of.
I mean, he obviously he could do the promo where I'll take this shit to New Japan, I'll take this shit to wherever, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He can do that. He can explain that away easily. But as far as the presentation of him or the way he's been positioned in the company, do you think that would be he's taking a step down?
I think he's at a position where he's kind of just moving across. Okay. He's been in the world title picture a lot.
So he's international champion, just like him being the IWGP Women's Champion or the IW or New Japan Strong Women's Champion.
Exactly.
Okay.
One of those situations.
I can't wait till Shuri's the IWGP Women's Champion. It's gonna be beautiful.
Rambones. I also bought tickets for MSG in 2019 to see the Elite. I did not see that. Albany in 2022. Kenny and the Bucks missed them both times. If I miss them at Grand Slam, I'll lose my mind. Yeah, hope you get them. Mike Zimmel, at M Zimmel, Mike Zimmelman. He says 3 teams that Matt and Nick should face for the Young Bucks tag title reign after All In. 5 songs.
We're not sure. We're not sure they're going to win, but let's entertain that. Sure.
Okay. In this world that the Young Bucks win,
mm-hmm.
I would have liked them to go against Swerve and AR Fox. I would have liked that a lot.
Yep. I would have been like Swerve and AR Fox, Nick Wayne, and Darby Allin in Aussie Open. Those probably would have my 3. Yeah.
That's it.
That probably would have been my 3, but AR Fox and Swerve are no more.
Yep.
So, you got to come up with a third one. Oh, I got one. The Acclaimed.
Young Bucks and the Acclaimed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
considering that they got hold out their spot. Let good guys Nick and Matt, right the wrong.
5 songs you want Tony to use for a one-time theme for a wrestler. I would love to see T.I.'s "What You Know About That" as a theme
Nick Wayne.
song. For Nick Wayne.
Because Nick Wayne, that was his indie music.
Yeah. I would like to see International Players Anthem for somebody. I don't know who.
Oh, I got one for you. So, Eddie Kingston faces MJF for the AEW World Title.
Rough Riders Anthem.
Slam. Yes, that's exactly what the fuck I'm about to say. The Rough Riders Anthem for Eddie Kingston. Yep. That's
awesome.
one.
That would be an all-time fucking moment. Unedited. Niggas want to lie.
I did not say unedited. They didn't do unedited for many men either.
You don't know Jay-Z would be a good one.
Depends on the person. I don't. There's nobody that comes to mind when I think of you don't know for an AEW for Eddie for you don't know. But yeah, that is on.
I would
Annie up for somebody. Annie up for like I don't know, like.
That's another.
But then again,
one.
I was gonna say somebody from New York. Like it could be like Santana Ortiz could do Annie up. That would work. But then again, it's like Annie up is like also. Well, that's also, John Cena's. You can't see me Thomas now shit because he ripped the fucking. Yeah.
I want to hear Young Jeezy "Get Your Mind Right," but I don't know for who.
I'm the realest nigga in it. You already know one trap of the year 4 times in a row. Oh man, that'd be funny. Yeah, that's great issue music. I mean, hold on, I'm editing that show. Let me close this window so I can see your reaction to this. Rich, you know what music I want to see someone have. I want some. I don't know who it is. I don't know, but I would like to see some wrestler. No, I got it. MJF comes out to Plies Plenty Money.
God damn it.
What's in my pocket, dog?
Big face honeys. Just left them all, but everything that I wanted. What you didn't tell the people, I got plenty of money.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yes.
Not a question.
Like you can come down to the ring as like Plies is basically talking bad about pores the same way that MJF does. Yeah.
Yep. Not a question. He wants Daniel Garcia and Private Party Trios run and to come out to Wu-Tang at Grand Slam in 2024. So about Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was always for the children. However, I don't know if it's for these children. I don't know if these children listen to Wu-Tang anymore. Rambones has a question. He said, All In being a week before All Out obviously impacts the ability to announce matches for that second card. How much do you think that will affect the buy rate on pay-per-view, if at all? Will this experiment of back-to-back special events be repeated?
And not if it don't work.
Yeah, not if it doesn't work. And also, I kind of have a theory that I kind of had confirmed for me. It was like, I don't think it was their intention to do 2 pay-per-views like this. I think All In.
Excuse me? Oh, the Max shit was on the All In thing, right?
Yeah, like I think All In was going to be on Max, but stream wasn't ready in time, or they couldn't support it, or something like that. And then it was like, well, we got to put it on pay-per-view, because if you notice, that 100 years of Warner Brothers shit they was talking about disappeared from all the promotion and branding or anything. They strictly went to pay-per-view on this one. And I think this is a one-time extenuating circumstance, personally. They are already doing very well for All In. I believe they're at like, I saw something that was like they're at
90,000
before like the, in the pre-orders.
So
this might be the biggest pay-per-view ever.
Right. So I saw that, right, Rich? And then like I was like, well, we've been talking about the build, blah 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 blah. And it's like, hey man, Tony Khan has has these numbers, and we don't, and we get that number, and then he basically, we were like, this is a real subdued, like 3 weeks out, and saw, heard about what happened last week, like it's subdued 2 weeks, and normally that's when they basically kicking overdrive, and then they did it this week, and the way pay per view normally runs, of late last few years is that like for not just wrestling but for like boxing is like the last week is a week that draws most interest or gets most people's attention, and they saved it all for seemingly Dynamite just last night, and I thought they did a really good job with it. I remember let's see, a couple weeks ago, maybe it was like a month out, you were like, hey man, like, or no, a couple weeks out, you were like, hey, a couple weeks out, you were like, hey, like you should have people talk about like what it's like that, how big the pay-per-view is going to be in Wembley and everything. And like they did a lot of that yesterday. So
somebody listening
it felt
to
like
the show.
So it felt like same thing we mentioned with the card, like typical Booker stuff. Is like, hey, you're ahead on tickets. I'll pocket a couple key matches for later, and say that for later down the road. It looks like he was ahead on the pay-per-view count and was like, I can say this build and try to already head on the buys. I can give you the lasting stuff on the go home show, because AEW normally go home show isn't like some end all be all like you would think it would be. This one was. So I think it's going to work out for him for All In. I think it'll be very successful. I think the number's going to be really big. Maybe people shut the fuck up. All Out's going to be the thing where it's like, that's going to be what I'm interested in. That's really what I'm interested in.
It's weird because I think I'm of the mindset that the business will look great. The numbers will probably look great, but I don't think the problems that arose along the way were fake. I don't think they were.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Like,
Did Drake drop an album?
If so, it's a surprise one. It should be. Ooh, it's Friday. Actually, it could be out. Yeah. Let's take a look. If not, I'll have to get to it. But they went out here and they did this thing. And 1 second, guys. And I think like James said, All Out's going to be real interesting because whatever the All Out main event is, presumably is going to be set up at All In, unless they're using the two shows, to do it.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why did Tony Khan think he was Rossy Ogawa?
Yeah. What's all these multiple pay-per-views in a row? What's wrong with him?
Yeah, weekend to weekend pay-per-view, back to back.
Shit, wild, dog. Let's see. But if both of these shows go off crazy, like he's about to steal Booker of the Year, and these people are like, it's gonna be. I think it might be beneficial for Tony Khan not to win Booker of the Year one of these years, just to go see him go crazy.
I had thought about this yesterday. That like this particular year so far, anyway, like the way Bill Simmons talked about like year-to-year MVPs, like is it a 50-pound trophy or is it like a 5-pound trophy? It's a 5-pound trophy this year. Yeah. Like unless something changes drastically, this year, it's a 5-pound trophy. Whoever wins it, whether it's Triple H or it's Tony Khan or it's Rossy Ogawa, it's been a 5-pound trophy. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Or even Gato. But then again, I think Gato took himself out to run it with the Grand or with the G1. So all the good work of making new stars, making it feel special, he undid that shit all in 2 months. That's how it feels. And then it's like, oh, we're going to the Tokyo Dome with Sonata in the main event. What the fuck?
Yeah. Brandon Can says, if Gargano was in AEW right now, where do you think he would be slotted, and where would you and James have him slotted?
Upper mid card.
I think he would be in a tag team with someone, having really great matches.
Uh, yeah, that could have been the case too. Like you thinking about it now, he'd have been very valuable to the tag team division right now at a time where like it has promising teams, but it doesn't seem to have like much going for it outside of FTR right now because the Young Bucks are really doing like trios or quattro stuff right now, or have been most of the year because of the feud with the BTC, and then the Acclaimed are trios right now. You had injuries to um Dante, and like it seemed like not Santana. We felt like Santana and Ortiz are coming back. They are now, but like Garcia and Guevara, like they have not let them spread their wings in that way, and that I would have liked them as a tag team. Like I kind of want this tag team division to kind of get back to the roots of the promotion like it was in the early years, and like they had these teams, and I'm like, okay, we can do it, and then
Yeah.
maybe it might be the weird focus because like the belts are on Saturdays. So they were like, what's the point of trying to focus all this shit on Wednesdays just to send the Wednesday act they got over on Wednesday over to Saturday and be outsourced loss? Like it's similar fashion to what happened with Adam Cole and MJF, where it's like we had the hottest thing in promotion, we had to lose to Bald. You know what I'm saying? When there's no fucking match of consequence after the champion gets pinned. That's weird. It's really weird. That's when I was like, bro, I don't know. Tony Khan's like like this isn't the Tony Khan I'm used to. When it's like the champion got fucking pinned and there's no match because after the champion gets pinned. When has that ever been the case?
Yeah. Number 2, he said, where would you like to see the next All In next year, assuming it's in a stadium, and would it sell out?
You want to know where I want it or where I think it's going to be?
Where you want it.
Oh, I would say do it in LA.
I was thinking that too at that new stadium they got out there.
Some about SoFi? Or are you talking about
the Ram?
Yeah, that's SoFi. That's SoFi in Inglewood. Yeah, where they had Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Where
they just had WrestleMania. Yeah.
Or the shit they got in LA that has a roof.
That's the same thing.
Oh, okay. They do have
it's
a
all
roof
the same
at
shit.
SoFi. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could do that, or you can go the baseball stadium route. But
are we sure that they can get that stadium?
They probably can't. Then again, it is the NFL, so
good point. Very good point. Very good point.
Shit.
Like, oh no, you won't come to us for another decade. Who gives a shit?
Shit. I mean, they could try Jerry World, even though Jerry, I don't know if he would go behind Vince's back like that. I don't know what his relationship with the Khan family is like.
He probably wouldn't, seeing that Jerry needs all the dates on that thing he can get. Because remember, a lot of that money to that stadium was his own money.
Yeah.
Like there's always been a joke that like like they'll put a fucking birthday party in that bitch. You pay the price. You pay the cover. Yeah. They have funerals there.
Why don't they just do it at Soldier Field and let for Big CM?
Well, that was my joke. It was like, where do I think it's going to be, or where do I want it? Because where I think it's going to be is fucking Soldier Field. Because they're going to do that bitch in Chicago, because that's all they know. Yeah. All they know is Chicago. The NFL owner with a fucking stadium. Is it going to be in Jacksonville? Fuck no. It's going to be in Chicago.
What the fuck? I think a baseball stadium would be really cool. Like, I've always wanted to see stuff happen at like Yankee Stadium or like, Fenway, or it just might be too fucking hot in August to do that shit outside like that. So I don't know.
Good point. Because then also that affects the wrestling.
Yep.
Like the actual matches.
Yep. He said, not a question, but just an invitation to mock the UK. Man, I've never seen like I guess the British like
Land food.
they've
Boom.
been showing their ass on Twitter over this All In build, and half of them are WWE shills. Anyway, and a couple weeks ago I sent out the card for SummerSlam 1992, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull that card up right now. And you tell me when I hear these people talking about cards worthy of Wembley Stadium and all
I
this
feel like there's
shit.
only 2 matches on that thing worth a damn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Macho Man Ultimate Warrior match that Savage had their fake retirement with, and then you had the IC match between Brett and Bulldog, right? Anything else worth a damn?
So we got two dark matches. We got Jim Duggan and the Bushwhackers against the Mountie and the Nasty Boys. So let's compare that to MJF and Adam Cole versus Aussie Open.
Rich. Who and you said the Bushwhackers and Jim Duggan.
Yes. Against the
Versus
Nasty
the
Boys.
Mounties and the Nasty Boys.
That had to be all-time terrible.
Boy.
Papa Shango beating Tito Santana. We got Animal and Hawk against DiBiase and Scheiser in a 15-minute match. No, they wasn't moving fast in the ring.
15 minutes?
We got the match.
They gave the Road Warriors 15 minutes?
We got the likes of Nails versus Virgil on this show. We get Shawn Michaels versus Rick Martel going 8 minutes and ending in a double count out, James. A double count out. What are these people talking about? The natural disasters of Earthquake and Typhoon beat the Beverly Brothers for the tag team titles in 10 minutes.
God.
Crush took on the Repo Man in a 5-minute classic. The Ultimate Warrior defeats Randy Savage by countout after 28 minutes. The Undertaker faces Kamala in a 3-minute match, and he wins by disqualification. Tatanka versus the Berserker. I'm sorry, James. And then the British Bulldog defeats Bret Hart for the Intercontinental title. That card, the UK loved WWE's fucking draws for 30 years for that trash. Get for fucking real when you're talking about cards worthy of Wembley Stadium. What are you talking about? Why are you making things up? That ain't your history. Your history is trash. So like, did y'all actually just want trash instead? Like, I don't know.
Well, AEW always has a higher standard and bar to clear than WWE ever has. Yeah.
At Ryan Hart, would the card look any different without injuries and our personnel locker room drama? Absolutely.
Yeah, dummy. Like, what the fuck? You ask me, why you gonna ask me some shit you already know the answer to? What the fuck?
Yeah, Ryan. I think
no disrespect. I don't mean it. When I say dummy, I was just doing the LA Knight thing. I was just calling you a dummy, and I don't want to. I don't mean to insult you in that way. I just want to be funny. Yeah, man. Like it's maybe you're asking that. Maybe you're asking that question as a leading question to get us to talk about it. But yeah, man, this has been we talked about it on the show. This is on the. I believe Rich is going to put this on the YouTube.
Yep.
But yeah, man. We talk about it, cover the podcast, like the injuries, the visa issues. Well, we didn't talk much about the injuries, but the visa issues we talked about. But like, yeah, man, like not having Danielson sucks.
Yeah.
Danielson's fucking awesome. Right? Not having Pac sucks. Pac's fucking awesome. And it obviously changed his card. And not necessarily for the better. Yeah, no Jamie Hayter months ago. Yep, same thing. Like,
and of course
it
all
really
the
does
locker room stuff.
Yeah.
It could have been an entirely different card. So,
yeah, could have got Punk versus Omega.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
I don't think we actually would have got Punk versus Omega. I'm just saying, just be funny because everyone keeps, Punk versus Kenny Omega. I'm like, I don't necessarily want to see these two wrestle that badly.
Yeah,
not at this stage of the game.
Yeah, but yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching this YouTube extra. All right, folks. We gonna wrap it up here. I gotta take my ass to sleep. Um, I went and ate a bunch of bad food tonight after reaching a new low in my fitness goals. So
By low, he means high. He means he's positive about the low. He didn't mean low
yeah,
like all of a sudden, like,
yeah,
something bad happened. He meant something good happened.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna pound some water and take my ass to sleep. So appreciate y'all joining and yeah, share the show and all that shit.
Yep.
Peace,
Later, y'all.
guys.